What's up? We got Arrow, Season 2, Episode 16, The Suicide Squad. Yeah, before I get into this episode, I gotta say, I've never seen The Suicide Squad before, or The Suicide Squad. But I just saw this episode. This episode starts off with Oliver dreaming, having a nightmare, about Shadow. So then we see Lila and first we see Diggle get into a car with Felicity, and Felicity, very worried about, and Diggle is very worried about Slade coming after her, so he's stationed outside her house. We also get some Diggle flashbacks in this episode. No Island, just Diggle, which is pretty good. It's just Diggle flashbacks, but yeah. So anyway, back to the actual episode itself. We see Felicity stationed outside Diggle, stationed out Felicity's apartment, and she's like, "Hey, if Slade wants to kill her, because So then Diggle gets a call from Lila, but they get interrupted by Amanda Waller. Remember her? And from episode 6 of this season, and she's like, "Hey, I need your help dealing with a former guy that you guys defeated in Afghanistan named Alim Kadir." And they're like, the DOD let him escape, and he's like, "Who would do that?" So she's like, "Guys, I'm putting in Diggle, I want you to be the leader of Task Force X." But that's when Deadshot's like, this ain't no task force. Let's call it like it is. The Suicide Squad. Yeah. And so we got Shrapnel, we got Deadshot, we got Shrapnel of all characters. We got Shrapnel, Deadshot, Bronze Tiger. We do get a cameo from Harley Quinn, but she's not in this episode at all. They don't. We get a cameo from Harley Quinn, voiced by Tara Strong, but we know it's Harley Quinn because Harley Quinn because she said, "Oh, she's a therapist." So yeah, it's Harley Quinn, but it's not. But they don't show her face; they just show the back of her head. What a way to introduce Harley Quinn into the Arrowverse, but not use her in the Arrowverse. Sorry, Tara Strong. You were only used for this one voiceover, and you're never seen again in this show. But you are in deleted scenes. But yeah. So Diggle runs into Kadir, and and they all talk, but he gets shot at. But Shrapnel books it out of there. He's like, but then Amanda Waller's like, "Shrapnel, get back here." But he's like, "Nope, I'm driving. I'm not listening to you guys." So then she's like, "Final warning." He's like, "Nah." So she's like, "Then die, Shrapnel." She doesn't actually say die, but he starts getting rain in his head, and then he just blows up off screen. So bye Shrapnel. You're only in one episode of this season called episode 10, but you only existed in this episode to die. So bye Shrapnel. So Diggle's like, what the crap was that, Lila? She's like, "Hey, the inmates have an incentive in their brains that if they don't listen, they get blown up." So he's like, "You put bombs in their necks?" And she's like, "Hey, Shrapnel didn't play by the rules." And he's like, "I don't even know you, Lila," and leaves. So Lila sees the text John got from Kadir. So meanwhile, Oliver meets with the Bratva on how to deal with Slade, and Sarah's even like, "Oliver, really the problem. You're barely sleeping, and when you do, you have nightmares. And he's like, it's about Shadow, isn't it? And she's like, Oliver, you made the right choice, and if you hadn't have made the right choice, it'd be her haunting him at night. And he's like, so yeah, so Laurel talks to Oliver, and yeah, so Oliver goes to where Lexi Leon is and discovered that Slade got to him first, killed him, and yeah, because there's an arrow in his eye, so. And somehow got video recording of Shadow. Somehow. Still don't know how, but somehow he got video recording of Shadow and plays it in front of Oliver. How did he do this, Slade? How'd you get a video recording of your dead girl? Of your dead girlfriend? How did he get video recording of Shadow? How did he get video recording? I don't know. It's just so confusing. How did Slade get video recording, and why did he get video recording? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah. But anyway, yeah. So the gang goes off to Kadir's party. Deadshot locates the nerve agents. But they're like, boom. Yeah, so they tried to tell everyone that there's a bomb, but that there's a bomb there's a danger in the dance floor, but they're like, no, he's lying, and then Kadir takes a knife to Lila, but then Black Wolverine, aka Bronze Tiger, kills Kadir. Bye, Kadir. So Diggle goes to confront Deadshot, saying about how his daughter, Deadshot has a daughter who will see Flash, Deadshot has a daughter who he mentions is all over his wall. Waller says, hey, they're going to put implants into the. So Waller just says, since her first bomb plan failed, they're going to put implants in their spinal vertebrae now. Come on, Lila, you guys are. How do you even do that? Without them saying ow. Anyway, then Oliver at the end of the episode goes to Waller and says, hey, he's not still mad at her, is he? He's not still mad. And he's like, hey, you now to the bottom of who he's mad at. And how they do know each other, who knows? So she's like, it's like Wilson, she's like, he's dead. You killed him. And he's like, no, he's alive. And she's like, hey, there's a new player they've been tracking. They've been calling him Deathstroke because he leaves dead bodies all the way from different countries all the way to Starling City. Boy, is this episode okay? It is my favorite episode of Arrow. Actually, that's last episode's honor, but I'm just saying this episode kind of didn't deal. It kind of had two plot points going into it. 3 plot points. It had Oliver and Sarah dealing with Slade, Diggle's flashbacks, and Diggle and Lila in the Suicide Squad. That's just like 3 plot points that you have to deal with in the one single episode. One single plot point that you have to deal with in the one single episode. I hope we can get to the Flash by today, because I really want to start reviewing the Flash, because I love the Flash. But anyway, that's it for this episode. I'll see you next time for some more Arrow.